He will. He will. Yeah, I do. It only works on the what's it called, on the in room though. Mm. Ah, come on. He couldn't wait a little bit. Ah, they could. It shouldn't be only that. It should be more. Going to look forward. Oh yeah, paint. Let me see if I can put one on the academy, on the club enrollment. Oh, you put it already. Mhm. Which one? No clippy? No clippy yet. I actually use it more than Alexander. The only thing bad about no clippy is that when the mood is gone, you literally don't have no clippy. So I if like have both of them. I use Alexander after I maint just to have it there. And when Mhm. No, yeah.
Define benefit.
I haven't had any issues with no clippy, but like I use it the most. What I do is like, let's say for example, it's reset day. I will switch from no clippy to no Alexander, and when Dalamud comes back, I just take out Alexander and just use no clippy. Hmm. Well, I like honestly, I like no clippy more because I'm more used to it. And no clippy is like, oh, you just set it and forget it.
Lucid dreaming.
I need to take that out. Yeah, take out
Divine
Alexander
benefit.
because they don't work together. Most of the time, if you run no clippy with Alexander, no clippy will stop so that you work only with Alexander.
Dia.
The thing is, I know I shouldn't be using this, but sometimes I forget. It's not that I forget. Like I'm so busy, like trying to rest, heal, or doing something
Tetragrammaton.
else that I forget
Lucid
to
dreaming.
use um stuff. Like I forget to use my assays and I forget to use my presence of mind.
Assize.
Like for example,
Presence of
yesterday
mind.
we went to do Susaku with the group, and I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Kept forgetting because people kept dying and I kept resting. I kept forgetting my thing. Welcome back.
Assize. Tetragrammaton. Lucid dreaming.
Like for example, yeah, like I want to stop using it, but like the problem is like it bothers me because like I know I have to use it. But like let's say somebody dies right on my 2 minute, I will forget to use it because I will be busy resting and I will be like, oh well, I'll use it later, and then it'll just stay there. I wish like I don't know. I just wish it wasn't that loud. Let me use my other headphone. Yeah, I can, but I like it has two versions. It has the one that tells you be a voice, and the other one that tells you with like a little thing, a graphical thing. The thing with the graphical thing is that there's so much happening, and I would rather watch the fight than watch the little thing that I sometimes take off the graphical one and just listen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I noticed that I don't need to know when tetragrammaton is of cooldown, so I should take that off. Like for yeah, like for me, it's like I can tell, like because it's like I always notice that I know that I have to do it. Like something in the back of my mind is like, you remember you have to use your 2 minutes, but then somebody dies or there's something happening, and then it comes out, and I completely forget it exists, and I'm like, and then by the time I remember, it's been it goes in the back so much that I forget about it. Let me see if I can get Alan to join. Granted that when he's not, it's okay because it's not loud, but Mhm, mhm, mhm. I just wish it didn't go through the voice. Like sometimes it's like nobody hears it, and I can use it, and others it's like it's too loud, but I can hear, and I'm like, but it's not even loud. It's in the same. And I understand back on Moonlight, but here's the thing, Albert. I know I have to go to the back, all the way to the left, because to the left of is where I go. But sometimes I go to the left and I see that the other DPS that has a big thing gets on top of me, and I'm like, mm-hmm. 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 Albert, I have a question. When you play White Mage, how often do you use Divine Benison? How often do you use Divine Benison when you play White Mage? Like, do you use it like the both charges, or like you use one charge, wait 15, and then use the other like every 15 seconds? Okay. Okay. I should use it less. You're right. seeing like the thing, and it keeps telling me, "Oh, you'll see it like on cooldown," but like you have so much stuff to do. Like, why? I understand. Like, yes, you have to use it because part of your rotation and it helps you. But sometimes it's like, okay, your person is really low on health. You put an aqua veil. That's not going to heal him. You have to try heal after, right? Because the aqua veil is like a mitigation. Mhm. Like I use Aquabel every time I see. I use Aquabel every time I see that my tank is going to have a big like a tank buster. I will use it. But then when I go to XIV analysis, oh, you only use it like these 3 times when the tank had the mitigation. Guess what? It's wrong. You have to use it every time on cooldown. I'm like, no. It helps, but it's not the. Yeah, it's not the. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Where's the people? We have a tank. We need one tank, one more tank, and 2 DPS. DPS are like hard to get now.
Stop! No, I don't want you to put. I
What?
don't want to put your right now. Hello. I don't want to put you on my lap right now. No. No, 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 no. I'll pet you, but I'm not putting you on my lap. No, because I like my legs. No.
No, you're not. Yeah, okay, no problem. We just want to eat as early though. You mean M5?
You can skip M5 if you want to.
The thing with me and M5 is I want to do it because M5 is an awesome way to practice slide casting. But oh my god, when I get people that don't know how to do the fight, I get so mad. Mhm. Like last week, it was really annoying. Like I know that I killed the Viper once. I know that I killed the Viper once because he could have moved a little bit and I should have moved a little bit more away. But like if you see that I'm already on spot and you see that you're in the way, why can't you move a little? Like it won't even take you out of the thing. Like sometimes I feel like people are just they like what bothers me is you like think no, it's just that sometimes you think like oh they clear so and like I honestly think that when you do that one that prog and you get to a certain point like when you see everything and you know everything on the fight then it's only a matter of um fixing so for that there is more damage so you know where to put some heals take off some it's for that but like when you put a freaking duty complete and people still make mistakes that they're doing in prog like I don't think a tank should like lose. I know it happens, it's an accident, but I don't think a tank that has clear should lose aggro or let the DPS get the aggro on a tank buster. If you if you have cleared the fight. Like I know it's an accident, it can happen, you can forget things and whatever, but sometimes it's just ridiculous. Like how can you forget? Mm-hmm. Like mhm, mhm. I remember once, I don't know what happened. I went to do M6s alone. And I think Alan wasn't on or something, and I went to do M6s alone. I don't remember. And you know that I'm not supposed to use
I mean, that was when you
holy.
went because it was early and you did the other shit.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true that it was that day. I remember that I went into two parties to clear. And the first party that I went into, I left because the
So then,
tanker
since
didn't
they
want
didn't
to
want you,
stun the Jabberwock. He didn't want to stun the Jabberwock because he said that no. And listen what he said. We had a white mage. She can holy.
brother, she has other priorities.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the tank we had the other day, who actually like it only would not stun. It was DPS only with the
Mm-hmm.
stunning. We were killing it because we had a high DPS. So it was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. He literally like we were getting there constantly. Like we got there consistently, and I never forget that because I remember. Mhm. Mhm. Exactly. Yeah. But I remember that day, like I remember that it was so funny because I had to go and ask Alan after. I told Alan, do I have to stun? Because I have a stun from Holy. Should I use it? And Alan went and told me no. Because if you use your stun, you're going to mess it up for me or for the tank. And then I
Yeah,
remember
because he
that
can only
tank
get
telling
stunned.
me.
So because the reason
Mhm.
is he can only get stunned twice before it becomes immune. No, I
So
think it's three
literally that
times, but the third time basically doesn't exist.
so literally that's what was happening. I was the funny part is. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. 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 Yeah, we just need another range and a tank.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like I'm not even kidding. We did two pulls. I remember that I left after the second pull. The first pull, the other healer got the Jabberwock. He got, I think it was the first Jabberwock. So I was far away because I was trying to keep everybody alive, and the healer gets the Jabber. And all of a sudden, I noticed that the Jabber is just getting closer and closer. And near the end is when I see a stun. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? And the stun goes away, the Jabberwock keeps walking, and the other healer dies. So I'm like, oh well, we didn't have a.
What are you talking about? I
Mhm.
didn't take any of them away, but whatever. I'll block it. Okay, I already did.
But we have all the physical range. We just need a. Well, no, we have a physical. We don't have a physical range yet. You're right. Okay. But yeah, Alan, that day, what did remember that one day I went like, should I use my thing? And I think it was the day when you told me it was because of that. Because I went into this party and the guy is like letting the my co healer the Jabberwock didn't stop. The Jabberwock didn't stop twice. So when it stopped the second time and I saw it was too close, that's when I used my holy and my holy stunned him. But it was too close, and you know that it holy is something that takes a while to cast. Holy takes to 1 minute 48 seconds for me to cast. Oh, we failed! Yay! So so he so the first time when I bio, we almost got it, but I shouldn't have bio now. The first time when I holy, I shouldn't have, but I did. And while I didn't save the healer, the Jabberwock stopped. And the second time, I was the healer that got the Jabberwock. And I noticed the Jabberwock gets close, and out of getting scared and seeing the Jabberwock get too close, I used Holy and I stunned him and I saved myself.
Yeah.
So when I saved him, somebody went and said, "Are the stuns going out in time?" And I said, "I used Holy. I shouldn't be using Holy." And then the one of the DPS went and said, "I'm using mine," and the other DPS went and said, "I'm using mine too, but I'm not using it on the second Jabberwock. I'm using it on the first." And then the tank just goes, "We have a white mage. They should holy." And then the other DPS says, "Are you freaking stunning him?" And the tank goes, "No, I'm not." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, this dude doesn't know what he's doing." And I left. We failed. Let me do a ready check.
Yeah, I was waiting for Albert to get back.
And let's go in. Mhm.
I was in a party earlier. We got past heads a single time.
Hmm. Let me eat a cookie. It does it automatically, you know?
No, I think you can record for this one.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think it's enabled yet.
No, it is. I've recorded for it. But give it a
No,
try.
I mean the thing in game.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf? User lair.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
Like, for example, now I'll use Aquaveil for that tank buster, but they keep telling me, no, you have to use it more, you have to use it more. I'm like, when?
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
Go to 4.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Yeah. Yes. Putting the bell. Going. Yay, look, I did it correctly, Albert. See? Oh, shoot. Gilmore. Yeah. Okay, using the wings first. Okay, I'm fine.
Still you stand. How delightful. The earth is mine to command. A pack of wolves.
Yeah. I'll get him. Give me a second. Okay, you got him. Or who got him? I'll heal him.
Challenger, rise it again! Can they turn this around?
I'll ban the tank. Oh, fudge, I went to the other tank. Okay, we're good.
Try this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay, somebody. Oh, shoot.
The challenger's down!
What happened there? Okay. I don't think. I don't think. It shouldn't be. Okay, but aren't why are they in the back? Aren't they supposed to be like closer to the boss and us be in the back?
Very squished in. So what they said, like DPS reflects.
I think the tanks are going went to the wrong spot because like we're supposed to be in the back, they're supposed to be in the front of the triangle.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
Yep. Which is my okay. No, fuck it. Yeah, no, no, no. Wrong tether, wrong tether.
Too much for the challenger.
That was my fault. Cause I was looking for my tether and I couldn't see it, and moved so I could see it, and I still couldn't see it. And then all of a sudden I noticed. By the time I noticed, it was too late.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
Okay. Okay, this one I went to the right one. Okay, got it.
Must have hurt, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
colossal thing come from?
Fly true!
1 or 3. 1 or 3. Yeah, sorry. My mom brought me food and I wasn't looking. Sorry. God damn it. Worst time to come.
Challenger rises again! Can they turn this around?
Yeah. Press the wrong button though, so. Might not have my wings for the big one.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Or, yep. Not yet. Now. Oh!
Yeah, I
But-
screwed this up, so.
Okay.
I had a debuff from somebody. Oh, when somebody, they had like 3 seconds.
I went to touch it and we exploded, so maybe I touched it a second
Let's
too early.
begin, shall we?
Won't happen again. Like I was going through it.
In his own lair.
Like I was going through it when we died, so that's what my issue. Like I. What is that?
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
Counter. Counter. Yes. Okay. Ese time. Oh shoot.
That was too much for the challenger.
It's okay, I'll get him. Yeah, yeah.
Must have heard. But they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Where did that colossal thing come
1 or 3.
Fly true!
And it's 1. I think he got clipped. Yeah, we do. Just CP first if we get to 48.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely
Yellow.
begun.
Putting the asylum on the floor. Yep, I'm waiting first though. Going. Repelling. Wait, why is the dragon so close? Okay. Okay, never mind. Oh. Mhm.
Bear my fighting wings!
What?
Still you stand. How delightful!
Do I have to be like right behind him?
The
Okay.
earth is mine to command.
Yeah, I mean he did, and so did I, but
A pack of wolves!
spoiler lines. Oh, he's using living for that? Okay.
Try this!
Okay, I need to see what I mean. This tank is getting right on my spot, dude.
I almost killed you guys.
Such potent magic! But will they be enough to turn the tide?
If we get on top of this,
So
I almost killed you guys, but I realized what I had in my bed. The room for that is not a lot. They are, yeah.
no, you weren't. He kept going to the back. He's not in the middle. He's not in the nipple. He's not in the boss is not like he's it's a triangle. Imagine it's a triangle. So we're supposed to be on the corners and they're supposed to be on the sides, and he's not going to the sides, he's going to the corner. Because I keep seeing him in my spot. Yeah.
That was the part. I almost made it my problem.
Tank, if the pally keeps going to the edge. He's saying he's in the nipple, but I can see him in the like in the edge where I am. So.
Oh yeah, okay, good. Okay, serious. If you're not gonna be in the right position, you're not going about what? Okay.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
I wonder if you can keep up.
Speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
Oh shoot! It wasn't. I was in the right one, and I moved. I think it's going to kill me.
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Mechanics like that, the tether should be like if you have one tether, it should be different color. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair? window. When wind is low and ionospheric turbulence minimal.
I wonder if you can keep up.
The GPS tracking activated on the temple. The detonating
Alan,
thus the munition.
Alan wasn't in the group in time.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
Thus, the absence of tactical nuclear war in some
Yep.
and at least 10 containers of powder for T-62 main battle tanks, in addition to artillery ammunition. The total TNT equivalent of this mixture could exceed 2,000 tons. In other words, the explosion released energy equal to approximately 10% of the Hiroshima. According to local sources, the facility had been filled with a large number of rapid rocket munitions, tank shells, and artillery ammunition in recent months. The former machine factory on the eastern side of the Parsons industrial
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
the Russian Western since February 2024. According to local states, complex features will
My troop!
by coverage
To 4.
understanding of classification, meaning the defect could hold approximately 3,500 to 5,000 gallon tons of artillery and rocket ammunition. Field observers reported that an average of
I don't see it.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
with lateral effects of impact should not be underestimated.
Where's the last? Yep.
It is estimated that Russian batteries are each have
What?
800 rounds per day.
Wait, I think somebody did.
Over a 15-day period following the loss of the Kharkiv fleet.
It hit 90 minutes, that's why. Food over.
The targeted ammunition controls consistent
They gave it one food no left.
and its destruction could lead to a significant reduction in Russian artillery fire in the region, particularly in the coming weeks. According to initial
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. He's not doing the thing good.
the downward trend directly confirms the ammunition shortage. The timing of the attack is also notable. The beginning of July coincides with the period.
He didn't know how to do. He didn't know how to do the thing. He kept going to the back.
This attack was in the region. On June 30th, another critical facility in Donetsk was similarly targeted, serving as a precursor to ongoing Ukrainian offensives. The target was a command.
My PCK, what? My back? Okay.
Using the precision HIMARS system, a targeting package created by combining satellite, electromagnetic intelligence, and field observations from the front lines, pinpointed the exact location of the headquarters. It was reported that air defense radars in the area were jammed and electronic countermeasures were employed prior to the launch. The missile strike on the command center hit its target within minutes. The first explosion revealed new communication and command. And the second and third strike targeted ground communication
Huh?
attacks.
Sorry?
This big strike
Yes, yes, to the in.
minutes of January
Mm-hmm.
one hit headquarters, another hit the diesel generator, and the last one hit the multi shared.
No, fine. He was fine. It it was the tank and that last one, the bard.
The centers in which the enemy coordinated its attack. It's in this operation and execution capabilities in the region. Military experts point out that such command centers cause command and
You know, the Alamut one, right? No, no, no. Go to go to Excel plugins. Go open the RM recorded add-on. This should be the first one because it starts with A. RM recorded and press settings. And then the window will appear and then that's your duty recorder. You see? Let me give me a second. Teleport to Anin. Let me go to Cridania because Cridania has the best in the closest into the ether, right? And let me stream it.
it indicates that
Normally, when I stream Final Fantasy, my freaking game crashes, but let me do it really quick. So, you go to the inn. Let me go to the inn really quick. Did it close? Oh, it's still running. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you go to the inn and you retire to the inn room. And then you go to your plugin installer. I have it open right here. A realm recorded, right? You go to settings and see when you press settings, the duty recorder will be right there. So you choose AIC Cruiserweight, like that's the last one we did. And there it is. See? And that's how you enter. Oh, okay then. Let me get out of here so I can see something. Okay. You go to your settings. Okay, settings again. And you disable or enable. Make sure it's enabled. Because see, this is how you disable it so that it won't do anything, and you'll see recording is currently disabled. Click here to enable, and when you enable, it appears. Mhm. You don't get this window. Let's see. Go here in the settings. Let me to enable the recording icon just in case. Yeah, this is a plugin. It's called. No, the original one almost never works. You have to use a. I use it with a realm recorder because when you go and actually try, it doesn't work. I use this add-on. See? because we have the things there, but for some reason the game doesn't access them. You have to use that to access them.
That much more dangerous destruction is taking place in Moscow.
But now it's set up to record.
Ukraine, it is no longer just a country that is, it is a war that without right now. Ukraine's peak combat is at a level never seen in history. For the first time, it has received over $50 billion in direct defense aid from the European Union. For the first time, daily artillery ammunition supplies have reached 8,000 rounds. For the first time, between 10,000 and 22,000 drones can be produced daily. This figure surpasses the monthly production capacity of some NATO countries. For the first time, it has over 30 Western-made combat jets in its inventory and can monitor its airspace in real time with two early warning aircraft. This demonstrates not only technical capability, but also that intelligence and response times are approaching Western standard. The picture painted by all these developments is clear. Ukraine is approaching a strategic threshold in its quest to win the war. On the other hand, that has stagnated for the past 12 months. Some experts think militarily, Ukraine is rising, but Russia stagnates. These two trends will inevitably intersect at some point, and that intersection will determine the fate of the Putin.
But since I'm here, let me check.
At any cost. Because at that point, Ukraine will not only have technical superiority, but also psychological and strategic initiative. However, Ukraine is trying to reverse this process. It wants to accelerate the momentum of the war and plunge while at the peak of its strength. For it can no longer allow time to work in Moscow's favor rather than Kiev's. US and European intelligence services are aware of this reality. They know that Putin is nearing the end of the runway. It is no longer a secret that the Russian war machine has passed its peak and that its current capacity is unsustainable. If the US, together with Europe, enforces the oil price restricted, expands secondary sanctions, and puts more pressure on the Russian energy sector, the war will most likely. However, these steps have not yet been taken. Therefore, it is unrealistic to wait for Russia to collapse on its own for the war to end. Yes, the Russian economy is vulnerable. Yes, it is fragile in the face of external shocks and geopolitical upheavals. However, without a trigger, the system will not simply collapse. It needs a controlled but decisive push. Putin is well aware of this equation. That is why, even if there are only a few coins left in his budget, he is looking for ways to spend them carefully. He will reduce spending below state revenues and adopt an economic model committed to keeping the war machine running. He will transform the Russian economy into just as in the final days of the Soviet Union, a delicate balance will be established between scarcity and the system. Eat grass.
Alan, is the PF up?
Oh yeah, it's been up. What are you talking about?
The quality
I'm just double checking to make sure.
from the Caucasus to Siberia will decline further, but the situation will become luxurious aid, imported wine, private servants, and sterile residents will still be there. Sacrifice for the motherland will only be for ordinary citizens. Because for Putin, the issue is no longer just Ukraine. The issue is how and that is why he will now try to run the state on a shoestring budget. To avoid massive budget deficits, he will delay salary payments, cut funds allocated to municipalities, and condemn all sectors except the defense industry to resource deprivation. But what about war expenditures? They will continue until the last. Because for Putin, this is not just a war, it is also a struggle for survival. And he will continue this struggle until the last Russian soldier is sent to the front with his last penny. In summary, the course of the war is shaped not only by the front lines, but also by the resilience of the economy, society.
That's when the Black Mage died.
Ukraine is growing stronger and resistant. Russia, on the other hand, is collapsing.
I'm watching the I'm I'm watching the replay because I want to see why did we die during the part where we did with the moonlight. But right now I'm in the part where we reach the ads. This is the part where we did the ads correctly.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2025, the 7:23 Eastern Standard Time. As I'm recording this tonight.
And that's when I died for the wings because I wasn't behind the wings. Okay, this is the one. And then I get up. Okay. The lines, we did the lines correctly.
Ukraine, especially through the air and missiles. It's going to continue. In fact, Ukraine warning today that up to 1,000 shaheeds.
That one we did correctly. And I was, that was good. And then the other one, I'm looking for the thing and it spread. And look where he is. Yep, it was the tank. The pally. The pally was on top of me. Yeah.
Eliminate the root causes and prevent the recurrence of against Russian citizens in Ukraine. So this is coming out of your growth tonight. We are outgrowing the competition too.
I have a class today at 10.
Who is green lighting the operation? They call it. It's full scale war and it's for sure policy is way to Ukraine. But now, after, listen, please, here, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand. They watch everything, being Russia. They watch everything that comes out of Washington, D.C. And yes, they. I can't make any changes with you. That is a green light for Vladimir Putin to continue and escalate this war. Now we're getting news, information about this probably tomorrow. I'll get this out. North Korea sending up to 30,000 soldiers to help Russia on that borderline so that Russia can have more soldiers for inside Ukraine. Additionally, with Shaheed factories, you name it, guys, it's happening nonstop, and it's been green lighted because of policies and because of communications and weapon causes and misinformation, and even inside the Ukraine, Peter, inside the EU, Peter Pavel from the Czech Republic making a statement saying, coming this fall, I can't guarantee anything because we're having elections. So we're seeing all kind of cages being rattled right now. So of course, Putin, I'm seeing the green light. And there's another reason. And yes, I'm getting
As if there's another party that we can join.
the Chinese statement. In my morning video today, I covered this for just a moment, but then the reality of how strong of a statement this is from Russia began to play in my mind. I saw Gertis put out a video on this as well because it's really a big deal, a big story. And that is not only Trump saying nothing I can do right now.
Is there a party we can march with? I want to. But almost all parties don't have tanks.
Parts in them stand with China. Exclusive. China tells you cannot afford a Russian wall, so that Ukraine will say that like
That okay, no, two chests and rage to clear them. Never mind. Moon cleaver, toxic fairing, twofold cleanup. Okay.
brings me to this video. And I'm looking forward tonight to see your responses and comments. And I'm specifically asking you to share this because today at the July 4th picnic and the July 4th party, this is all I heard were statements like this. And I shared this today, but I didn't detail it as far as have a rebuttal of it. I won't go into that because it made me today for Representative and with this representative, if you're watching this video and you're in Florida and you please call and invite her. Get her information and confirmation about these horrendous, slanderous statements she makes that are lies. So if you can, because these are all the arguments that we're going to put against today at a July 4th party. And this is why I am frustrated and asking you to please share this video. Push your likes, comments. Thank you for subscribing and helping us reach and fight for truth. But share this because we need to debunk this. She said, I will not vote for where you pray for me. No problem. You got a check mark there, grand check mark. You have that right. Zelensky canceled the election. Zelensky did not cancel the elections. Zelensky followed the Constitution of Ukraine during the time of martial law and war, period. You were right. Since U.S. weapons are being sold in the black market. First of all, when you were a U.S. representative in Congress and you write Steve Bannon, U.S. weapons are being sold in the black market. He's still not a black market. If anything's being sold in the black market, it's American weapons. Different conversation. He disrespected in all caps our president and vice president. Going back to the old days. Once again, I remind you that President Zelensky did not disrespect the old days. I love the country. And I love the United States of America. I do not like a lot of things that are happening right now. I love my country. And as a citizen, President Zelensky did not disrespect the Oval Office. He did not disrespect President Trump or Vice President Vance. He acted with
upfront offers and cashing out that one of the highest interest rates on the market.
incredible action and patience and mercy and grace. I remind you that in the daily past, this finger in this defense, and talking about you know anything about Ukraine, someone's asking if you ever been there. And they said, no, but I've heard stories. I guess same stories from where and on this university was from. And it's Donald Trump, President Trump, his hand is also shoulder. It's a union. You don't do that to another elected leader in this relation. And it was Trump yelling at Zelensky, giving him forward here with words. The entire time, Zelensky secured the ace of spades in his back pocket with Operation she spiraled around, trusting their remaining aces in the back pocket from the green. He did not disrespect the office of the president or the president. He was being irregular in English, in his third language. So this is a native Russian speaker, learned, speaks perfect Ukrainian, very good Ukrainian now, and who speaks English. Surrounded by the U.S. cabinet, cameras, reporters. So it's like a billion Gemini. That is wrong. Billions have been murdered there in Ukraine. Here's the proof. That is not true. That is irregular. And it is not true. They put American journalists on a blacklist. That, once again, is a misinterpretation and a distortion of the facts. These are the blacklists. People like Tucker Carlson that are pro-Russia, pro-Putin stooges. Those media personalities that have also been paid by the Kremlin, and it's validated their blacklisted. Peace is the only option. How we reach the question is not about the peace. Because peace is through strength. Peace is not through capitulation. And that does not happen by giving them more weapons. No, what happens by not giving them more weapons is more of this happens. And children are killed every day. And you're creating civilians are living in torture every day. Simple air defense, patriots, interceptors, others. That's not about extending them. That's about saving lives. And I would hope, Representative N21, that you would be about saving lives. For last week's statements, and we'll close out, is I don't know his name who may ask me story. So let's look
I just need 3 more.
100%. You guys know if you've been here for now, I've been here 28 years, I'll be heading back there in a few weeks. Been on the front line for 15 years, and I promise you, the Orthodox Church in Ukraine has not been banned. They don't know where she's getting her information from, just lies. If she can say, I can promise there will be no weapons funding for you, and she, of course, facts instigated. I can promise. Okay. Representative Aaron Foley from Florida, you can promise there will be no weapons funding for you. Well, you can't promise that. We're believing and fighting for a change. This video. This for us. I go the next one. Why? Because back to the peace. Ukraine still stands by their unconditional ceasefire. We were in the picture. Why should we expect them to surrender the picture that they have been invaded and they are defending and fighting through freedom, theirs and ours? When they beat the peace, for peace, because that is what we need to be intimidated. And then finally, we are not working on the parents of the mistakes of the kid that was a they put him in the pillow. And it's a derogatory. It's a derogatory statement. No, you're not forgiving. That's correct. But that's not good. You think Representative Board that you're the picky victim in that road regime. Because we like you, what you're helping to. And if something, you're helping this before. You get this in work, you would be invited to come and have a very cool, open, honest conversation. And you can just put proof against each other and see if you can get some face people to the reality of the truth. Because we have to change the narrative one person at a time. So thank you guys for helping. Share. Tell. Right. Right. That's a picture. And yes. It's a right. The journalists become with Brenda Sarah and the constant journalists become air from the border between Florence and Chicago and Phoenix region that's typically indicative of missile snow and they're putting the air defenses. It's going to be another in the Ukraine. We fight for them and thank you for being here, for sharing. It's Friday. You guys be blessed and be right back.
Sí, sí. En el estado básico, sí, que a ver, pero la que la yes, desde alerta para poder decir que la situación puede ver también sucede en nuevo. En puesto en Maracay, así lo anuncia el diario de Instagram, en la página de Instagram, ¿no? Que se vino abajo este viernes, sin embargo, oportunidad de usar las razones de repetido ahora. Sin embargo, lo que se sube entre marinas, ¿no? Tempestad en las últimas horas de este polideportivo está acá ubicado en el número 12, calle 12 del barrio San José, la de Chufre, sede de la época, gracias a Dios, no había del pago. Personas de vamos a la calle Bolívar por la escuela militar en estaciones por la eso fue ese grupo chavista dejan de hacer luego mala vez
Wow. There's a party. Never mind. They have two healers. Be right back.
No, I think that's pretty cool.
Lo que dice la hostería. Esa conchita de agua. Y X cantidad de camiseta, X cantidad de camiseta.
Hmm? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Problem is, according to what Daria said, Helena's already poisoned the well. She tried to get Daria to go glasses with doing activities around her social approval. Now, personally, but for someone like Daria, who thinks society judging people by their looks is a problem, you can see how she'd be hesitant to give her mother the benefit of the doubt. Despite their past, this time around Helen is specifically talking about Daria improving her competency in activities where classes would be a hindrance. Daria's mind, however, is stuck on the vanity issue.
Daria, you can't possibly have some ethical issue with wearing contacts. How about thinking people should accept me for who I am without my having to change?
It's a complicated one. What Daria just said is one of those simple lessons we teach children because the truth of the real world is complicated. That truth being, while you shouldn't live your life seeking the validation of others and constantly changing yourself to acquire it, there are situations where it's necessary to get people's approval and therefore necessary to change oneself, such as applying for a scholarship or a job. That's right, that's a future episode. Well, still, you can see that even though most people wear casual clothing on the regular, not appearing professional in a professional environment has understandable consequences.
They should accept you for who you are. A complex and interesting young lady worth knowing, instead of seeing your glasses and jumping to some moronic conclusion based on ridiculous stereotypes and their own ignorance.
My love for this woman and her parenting skills. My goodness gracious. It really sucks for Helen that Jane exists because otherwise the woman would definitely be my favorite character. For those of you who didn't quite catch it, what Helen is saying is that whether you're using looks to seek validation or to seek rejection, you're still participating in having looks define you. If Daria is avoiding context specifically because of what they might say about her, then she's not actually ignoring how she looks. The same conclusion applies if she's wearing glasses specifically because she knows people will jump to conclusions due to them.
Replacing "please love me, I need your approval to have confidence" with "please hate me, I need your scorn to have confidence" is a lateral. You're still hinging your own self-worth on outsider opinion. You've just traded unobtainable acceptance with easier to obtain hatred. Just because you're aiming for scorn instead of approval doesn't change it. You're still really struggling with your self-identity and basing it on outside opinion.
I've been waiting forever and a day to use that clip. Obviously, I could have just said it myself, but I don't have an English accent. Isn't that the same thing? Later, as Daria is looking in the bathroom mirror, she starts to ponder about what her mother said, and whoa! I mean, usually I prefer glasses on characters because, they're awesome. But I actually like how Daria looks here way more than how she normally does. Like, this isn't the first time we've seen Daria without glasses, but if I remember correctly, this is the first time we've seen Daria without glasses, if you know what I mean. Like this. This isn't Daria. Sure, it's the character, but it's not her,
Hi, could you get me a soda?
I genuinely hate this design, and thank goodness it was just done for a gag. This? I mean, like I said before, the glasses are more iconic and allow Daria to stand out, but I'm really feeling this design. Also, very, very important, after this scene, Daria will keep talking about context with the mindset of vanity instead of necessity. She does that because in this scene, the one you're looking at right now, she's contemplating on whether or not she would look good with contacts. This thought is never said out loud, and as a result, I missed this detail the first few times I watched this episode. Yes, me, the guy who complains that some things when spoken aloud lose meaning, missed the very blatant detail because it wasn't spoken aloud. Daria goes to talk to Jade about her context conversation.
Boy, she just doesn't get it, does she? Get what? Ew, the whole Daria Morgendorfer persona. I don't care what people think about your look. The glasses are you. They're symbolic of the whole Daria thing.
Jane, I don't think you just heard yourself there. Again, if Daria didn't care what she looked like, her insistence on glasses wouldn't exist. It would be different if she didn't care whether it was glasses or contacts, but by insisting on the glasses specifically because they represent her apathy, she ironically no longer has it. I guess I can't really blame Jane. She's showing she understands her friend's mindset perfectly, flawed logic and all. Despite Jane hitting the nail on the head when it comes to Daria's mindset, Daria is still conflicted. She's now also scared that Jane might judge her if she knew Daria was actually contemplating contacts. Unable to confide in Jane about her issue, Daria becomes desperate.
Daria?
god, my dad and their dog.
Play. Or
As of Daria's pain and
I'm logging back in. Did we feel?
No dice nada sobre este plan. Mira, que ese equipo no está lloviendo. De verdad que el venezolano dijo, mira, parece que no. Parece que como que para cuidar el equipo no hay lluvia. Todos los gobernadores, realmente todos los gobernadores han dado uno que otro reporte. No se habla, en algunos todavía no han estado de alerta, otros dicen que están preparados. Todos han dado menos el de la equipo. Todavía no, por allá parece que todavía no llueve. Llueve en el Amazonas, llueve en el estado Bolívar, Puerto Ayacucho está inundado, toda esa zona está inundada, pero en ese equipo parece que no, porque el gobernador, qué mantequilla de trabajo es del gobernador del Esequibo, qué mantequilla. Vamos a ver todo una de las imágenes, uno de ellos, perdón, que desde temprano, los equipos se han llamado Río Yuca. Mira, cuando voy a casa se
well, in general shouldn't care what other people think of them. This is why I don't like absolutes. There's always an exception. Talking about until Helen mentions glasses. I really love this scene. It's hilarious and actually makes Marty and Jake seem like father and daughter, which is rare than I'd like in this show.
Get this picture of her smiling by the pool, like she could even see the camera without her glasses. And Amy?
Oh, right, Amy. We're actually gonna need some context for her. Amy,
Yay!
Helen. She only appears in like 3 episodes, which is a shame because in retrospect, she could have been an extremely important character. To sum up, she's the only adult figure whom Daria respects and looks up to. Amy gives off a chill vibe that Daria really.
I'll take it.
This is why
There we go. So, who's not ready? Oh, Easy Ping.
Oh, they're still there, baby.
Okay. know where I go. So that always happens to me. Like we feel I don't like all the time we're waiting. We're all the time we're waiting. I don't need to go to the bathroom. The moment we feel and we're about to go in, I need to go to the bathroom right now. No, I mean, like it happened like a few times, especially when the fight. I haven't cleared. After I clear, it almost never happens. But when I'm in the process of frogging, you think so? You might be right. Oh, by the way, I have a class today at 10. We're going to go and do Susaku. Yeah, we did, but Susaku is a good way to learning certain mechanics. Did I eat that?
Let's begin.
I knew it. I didn't eat my mate cookie.
Can the challenger defeat them in his own lair?
I drifted.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Who?
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him. With Fenrir's might, I rouse the storm. The wind answers my call.
Better. Okay. Sorry, I should have used something big stronger. No, but nobody died, thank heavens. Almost being the key thing. It didn't die.
Must have hurt, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Remember, the last HP point that counts is the last one.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
2 and 4.
Fly through!
It's 2. What?
No, that was too much for the challenger.
I got one, but the other one, okay, you got him. How? Did they stand on each other?
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Green. Second one. And you go first. Belling. No, wait. 2, 1, 0, now. God, I love the bell here. Going to use wings, but not caress yet. Now using caress.
Still you stand. How delightful. The earth is mine to command.
How's the DPS? 38, not bad. You go middle. Alan, you go middle. Okay, I'm going to. These two people are not in the right spot! No, I know, I think Alan was in the wrong spot. Alan, you had the AoE. You had to go to 4 after.
I messed up the stack after that.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
I wonder if you can keep up.
Oops, sorry.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
Nice. Yay! Shit!
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
It's okay, it's okay. That was... to what?
Let's begin, shall we?
I did use a raptor.
Can the challenger defeat the wolf?
I didn't use cure tree. I didn't have enough time for cure trees. But I only had like 2, so I used those 2. Cause I had 3. I used 1 after the clockwise.
There! I wonder if you can keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
Towers. There we go. Home gang.
You must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Fly through!
4. Okay. Everybody stopped off?
Bad, not bad. But we've scarcely
Yellow.
begun.
Two. We're 2. Now. Oh, shit! Look what I did. Yeah.
Bear my biting wings!
Literally thought it was over and walked through it. I got Alan.
Still you stand.
Yeah, that was my fault because I literally did everything correct and near the end I just say, oh, I'm walking in the middle.
The earth is mine.
Go to your clock positions. Or colors actually. Stack for me. You Alan, move. Okay. What?
Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Wait, I might be able to. No. No. You were also too close to the spreads. Try to be on the color, like in. I know you want to hit, but try to be like here. I saw you, Alan.
Shall we?
Yes, I saw you, Alan. No, it's not what killed us, but you were too close to Alan. Don't deny it, because I saw you. I even told you about it. You almost did. Whatever, Alan. Whatever.
I wonder if you can keep up.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
1 or 3.
Oh, where did that colossal thing come from?
My troop!
3. $47, not bad.
Not bad, not bad. But we've scarcely begun.
Asyluming. I'm the first win, but you go first. Go. Not me this time, though. I touched the body tank. In the ring.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat the wolf in his own lair?
I wonder if you can keep up.
Such speed, it's as if there's a pack of him.
Yeah. Yeah, a second. There we go.
With Fenrir's might, I rouse a storm. The wind answers my call.
What? Oh, again? Okay, that wasn't so bad.
Must have heard, but they're not out of the fight yet.
Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
1 or 3.
Where did that colossal thing come from?
Why, true.
3. $48. $47.
Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely
I'm yellow. Oh. Yeah. Battling. Don't worry, I won't kill myself this time.
bear my fighting wings.
Okay.
Still
Go to your colors.
How delightful. The earth is mine to command.
Two ports have this stack.
Pack of wolves.
My god.
They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
Yeah, no. Who killed us now?
Tank. Tank is the one who killed us last time. Same guy. You can get behind the. You can get behind the head. He's just random.
Which one, Sid? Darakai?
Grumberger. Grumberger wasn't the one who died.
No, it was.
No.
No, it was Sid. It was Sid. It was.
The water's the one who
Okay, I don't mind this seat going, but everybody's going to go. Let's see if we can find a party that has people.
That would be amazing. If we still have a tank.
Mhm. We what?
Oh god, was it
Fairing, but I don't.
Fairing clock?
Yeah, fairing clock. Eh.
No, there isn't another pretty quickly. I just checked. So yeah, he might be greeting, but he's not the one who died. The other guy wasn't even behind that thing. I saw where he died. He didn't get behind it. He just stood in front of it.
There's a TR proc, but they have everything, and there's a TR proc that has 2 tanks. So post Moonlight, there's a mode, but the 2 healers. Never mind.
Bad. Not bad.
What did you see? What's your conclusion?
Fighting wins. Mine took him.
It wasn't the gunbreaker that killed us, it was the warrior that left. He's the one that kept dying. I think the gunbreaker was of tanking, right? Not sure. But I know for certain that the warrior died twice. And I think one of those he took people, but I'm not sure. That's what I was telling you. It was the tank, nothing.
He did the same shit last time too.
Mm-hmm. It was the warrior. I don't know, but have a feeling that tanks are the ones that give the most issues in Moonlight. Because every single time I get a tank there, that it's a tank with whom I have an issue. They either get too close or they either get too far. They don't want to go into their colors. Exactly. That's what I say. But he wasn't going to his color. He was going to everybody else's colors. He has to go to red, and he kept going to purple. Exactly. He, he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be between A and 1, because those are his color if he's the main tank, and he kept going to purple. Hmm. Hmm.
Girl is an inch to the road and sides problem. The very here's some different fight. Daria, not psychology. Now, now that's that voice. So that's a character design. Whoa, yeah. Not even quick. Whoa. So for that reason, Daria. Oh yeah. Then what did I look like before? Question. All right. Go ahead. Remember when last
Oh my god, fun. What is spell care?
Be care.
Once it opens those both, yes, that's how it would go. I can't. It's one of the most effective. Realize there's. However, the over. Why?
Okay.
Dumb.
I have 30 minutes before my class. Let me see if they.
So okay, we can give it up or stop. Yeah, if you have to go to your class, that's fun. Yes, class.
Give me a second. My class starts in 30 minutes exactly. It's at 10 o'clock. We're probably just going to go and do. It's the academy, but I find it funny because today is July the 4th. Today is an American holiday. I don't think we should have class today, but they still want to have class today. Yeah, I know, but let me see. But I was hoping we wouldn't have it. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's going so well that I don't want to. I don't want to miss a thing. Like when if it was like a crappy class where I'm not learning anything, I wouldn't like mind skipping it because I care more about the clear. But I also want to see if I can get Michaela to come as our tank. Because if I have you and Michaela, I'm pretty sure that I can do it. Oh, did I say something wrong? Did he disconnect in game? I don't think I said anything bad. I mean, I'm saying it because both you and Michaela have cleared M4S. And also, he almost did get us killed. If I didn't say anything about, hey, you have to go to the middle, he would have killed me because he was like right on top of me. Like I don't know. I don't know. He's still in game, so let me ask. Yeah, he did. Look, he's off game. Welcome back. Hmm. So yesterday, where my friend John lives, there was a freaking firework storage explosion, and now every yeah, he lives in California, and and he lives like a few blocks away from the factory where that has some fireworks. And yesterday there was an explosion on it, a big one. It even like I've been hearing news about it all day, and he's like he wasn't there because he was at work, but people are telling him that it sounded like if the whole block where the factory was, it was going to explode. It was awful. But yeah, we are having that class in 30 minutes. So if we don't feel in like 15, I have to go. But you continue, Alan. One person is not going to come. They already said that they weren't going to come because July 4th, they have stuff to do with their family. But there's almost everybody's going to come, so I don't want to be the second one that doesn't. So I will try to see if I can prog after my class, though. Oh, did somebody leave? Uh, mhm. I think I'm pretty good up to because I've seen in rage like at least 3 times already. It's just that if other people mess up, there's nothing I can do, which is kind of annoying to me. Mhm. Mhm.
for context. However, with glasses on, the awesome like or starting more expressive. I feel like I've seen more of your thing.
Yeah, but still a little.
Like girls
Oh, sorry. Die. You don't have
here at lunch. Like Daria on class. Girls are
why. Well,
without but Sam's really smart. They would that mistake I always doing that now will not have the same. Jazz a Daria isn't actually wearing contacts. And here we go. The next 2.5 minutes might just be my favorite moments all of Daria.
not wearing it. I get the favorite. Alright. But why no glasses? Cheer. Yes, yes, very witty. Now really.
Starts off with a question and an honest answer.
I don't know. Let me see.
Which, like, only shows both the mom was acting credit having Daria.
He's there. He's in voice. Alan, you okay?
My internet died.
Alan, I might have to leave because my class is in like 20 minutes.
I know.
So if you want after my class, if you want to continue, I'll be here. If not, we can continue tomorrow. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. It's up to you. Did we fill yet?
No, we still have. We're 5 people only though.
Like I said, it's up to you guys.
I think I'm going to take a leave because it's in 20 minutes and I don't want to like get it filled and then have it messed up. So I'll rejoin after.
It's fine. We can wait till tomorrow if you want, because it usually goes to like 1 o'clock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we can just do it tomorrow. Yeah.
But I will play after my class though, because I slept early because I was sickish because of the rain. 1 a.m. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that's why I said
Yeah, but
just wait on that.
but he always says from that time, and then we always end up a little bit early. Like the other day, we ended